a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! There you go. Go right in. Come on. You better bring.
A first down throw for Prescott. His throw incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Prescott. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. A first down carry by Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's Elliott, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down, Dallas.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Single. Watch in. Watch time. Tie it right. Check. We're going to 54.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Silver, we're going to 53. Alert 3. Here we go, 46.
3rd and long for Prescott. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point safely through, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now on 2nd and 16. Prescott caught by Cobb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit, couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
And the Cowboy first down.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Check. No. Hey, kill. Switch. 26.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd and very short, Prescott looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
54. Mike 54.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa.
Darnold's pass complete to Quincy Enunwa. It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Mike 48. It's a party now. It's a party. Red 80. Switch. Red 80.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Elliott running right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught at the 20. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
14, Cowboys 10.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Line 54.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Defense, let's go. Safe. Ready. Right there. 54, right there. 54.
Darnold from the gun. And he's got a noon one. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
That's another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Come on, baby.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 36-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Hey, real side. Check, Mike. 54.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. On second down, it's Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Back at the 16-yard line.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Switch gears.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Flushed out right. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 25 yards that time.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. First down, Prescott. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott now. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. Prescott flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
He'll have a first down past the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Bell, of course, three-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. They'll run on first down. It's Bell. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
At the 46-yard line.
Mike's on it. Mike's by 4. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On second and 12, Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Watch twist.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the offense up first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 50. The lady.
Darnold. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A big play here for Dallas. 59 yards. Trailing here in the 3rd. And that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Check. Check. Hot. There we go. Kill. We're going to 54. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Prescott. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Complete to Jason Witten. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Dak fighting his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down. On first down, Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. It's complete to Brown, right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Hey, Zoo.
To throw is Darnold. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Darnold. Called in by Anderson, left side. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 18-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. On 2nd down, Pollard. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Bell. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Crunch time, defense.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A run by Bell on first down, going to go nowhere as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
At the Cowboys' 42-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. After the run, now Darnold to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. That's where Crowder makes his hay, in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with them in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. Had 3 pretty good years, then sort of tailed off last season due in large part to an ankle injury.
Here we go, D.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the